So we worked at a video game company together. He did Battlezone and like Stun Runner, Blasteroids, a whole bunch of different games.
And that's just a beast of a cabinet. It's one of those polarizing games for collectors because it is such a seminal sort of game that every kid remembers playing, but it's like, it's one of those games that's difficult to keep up and it's hard.
Yeah, we had one and it started having a smoky smell. That's our hostage.
Out of all the interviews, who had the biggest arcade? And then I had one other question. Do you see a lot of other people from Starcade around? Those are the two questions.
So the biggest arcade was probably, so there are two kinds of arcades. For a long time I thought I was just making a movie about arcade hoarders because it seemed like there was a fair amount of those people too. They just have like huge storage spaces and not like dedicated kind of spaces. So, and one of those I would say is probably Jeff Anderson because he has this huge like warehouse in New Jersey, and I went to visit him. It was just stuffed to the gills with games. He said at one point he had like 800 arcade games, and he's like, I have almost every Atari game except for like 3, so and like all the black and whites and everything. So an amazing collection, but it wasn't really out a place where it could be played. But his business games about kind of putting it in science museums and things like that. So so it was more like a business kind of thing. And then in terms of spaces, there's different kinds. So I guess size-wise, I don't know, like who, like I can't even. Luna City was definitely. Just in terms of and that's kind of what he ended up sort of being like sort of the apex of the film is just like he had the really tall ceilings, he had like the black lights, he had the black light carpet, he had the ceiling fans, and so it wasn't like just the total number of games because it was probably only about 70 games, a mixture of games and goods, but it was the fact that he had the layout with like all the nostalgia around the walls, and so it was like the whole feeling like with a Chuck E. Cheese pizza time theater or something like white on the all that kind of cool stuff. So it kind of sort of tied it all together. So it was but I think there were collectors that had more games that I talked to for sure. Maybe not.
You guys are organized a show. Ken and TJ got 5 or 6 hundred.
Yeah.
Again, it's not an arcade, but it's a sport.
I remember that only counts if it's not storage. You can actually play it now.
It seems like they run half of those out on the floor. Yeah, exactly.
And you have the largest collection.
I share a warehouse with it, and I went there on Thursday with my games out. And they moved to like 150 games and we're looking at any game. They have a lot of games.
So you have the largest one-of-a-kind collection.
Yeah, so where would you like recommend someone to start who's like interested in collecting and wants to like get their first like arcade like cabinet and all of that?
Absolutely. That was one of the questions I asked all the people too, and I think one of the bits of advice that kept coming up was collect the game that you like, because if it breaks down, you're going to be invested in. I think that was Tom that said that was like, if it breaks down, if there's a problem with it, you're going to be invested in getting it back and working again because it's one that you like so much. So yeah, start with one you really, really like a lot. Move slowly. Like I think that's the other thing is that if you start, it won't be long until you have last fall. So make sure you clear it with your significant other.
That's a big one.
They're surprisingly accessible. It's just money.
That reminds me, a lot of, most if not all of the people in the documentary sounded like they were married. What about single collectors? Do they tend to, do you see any collect a lot of arcade games?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely some. In fact, Paul Dean is joining us now. And I think that's, why don't you take that question? Are you single?
Yeah, if you're single, you can do more. You don't have to ask your significant other how many games you can collect. So I've got games in 5 rooms, so.
So I had a question about coming up with the music. How did you guys actually come up with the music for the different segments?
Almost all of the music came from Gene.
So how did you find out which songs work well with which segments?
That was me just getting lucky. And I love Gene's music, and I've always loved it. And he was just really helpful in terms of letting me use it. And I started cutting stuff to it, and to me it just really worked really well. So I'm glad you noticed that. And please buy a CD too.
And I actually gave him a lot of stuff, like I was trying to do video game music in the 90s, and I actually made like a little video game music demo And I sent it to a bunch of companies, and like they're like, oh, we make our games in Japan, and basically it like just sat there for